Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the bunker, at least momentarily. We are back in North Carolina here in the bunker. I've just taken a very long, exhaustive trip out west. It was very beginning of June. Started out in Times Square, and I took the Lincoln Highway all the way from Times Square to San Francisco. I did it in 11 days. And a lot of people ask me, why are you going so fast? Why are you skipping over cool stuff in various cities? And part of the reason was I had grossly underestimated the amount of time it was going to take me. So the plan was Jen was going to fly out and meet me in San Francisco while I took the Lincoln Highway out there, and it became very apparent that early on that I was not traveling very fast, or at least comparatively. I'd given myself like 11 days to get out there, and because Jen had bought her plane ticket already. We were gonna meet her out in San Francisco, and if I wasn't there to pick her up at the airport, that might have been an issue. So I early on realized I got to make some time. So, you know, I tried to film stuff that really embodied the Lincoln Highway. And you know what? There's no worries. I know a lot of people concerned, saying I skipped over a lot of stuff. People said Salt Lake City, you could have filmed more, and in Pittsburgh, you could have filmed more. Well, that's true. But the thing is, I wasn't trying to do comprehensive videos on each city. I was trying to capture the experience of traveling the Lincoln Highway. And there will be time to go back and explore the different cities along the Lincoln Highway. In no way was it meant to be a comprehensive trip that showed every possible interesting thing along the trip. So there will be more time to go back and enjoy those cities in more detail in the future. But yeah, Jen met me out there. We had a real good time spending time on in the Pacific Northwest. Got to see Northern California really for the first time. That was the first time I'd been north of San Francisco. Got to spend some time in Oregon and Washington as well. So some really beautiful parts of the country that I'd really not had a lot of time to see in the past. Now Jen works remotely. She works, she does not go into an office, but she works remotely from her computer. So she was able to, a lot of times, she'd be working in the day while I was filming, or because of the time difference, she would actually get off a little early, so we would sometimes be able to go out and do some things together. And then when it was time to go back east, we had another time crunch because I had to get back to be at a family reunion. So not a lot of time to film on the way back. We traveled through like the top of Idaho, through Montana, through North Dakota. I've never driven that route before, up at top of the country like that. It's a very rural area, so not a lot of like major giant tourist attractions, but a lot of beautiful country. I'll be back there at some point to film, but we were just in a little bit of a hurry, so I wasn't able to like stop and vlog the entire trip back just for practical reasons. Now this year has just been so crazy. We are now entering July, and since I left my mom's house in Indiana near the beginning of January, I've not been in one place for more than like I think a week and a half is the longest that I've been in one continuous bed and laying my head in the same bed. I think it's a week and a half is the most. And I'm still trying to find that balance. Beginning of the year, I was going through it's a separation from my ex Christy, and so I really tried to pour myself into this channel. I'm at the point now I do need to try to find some balance, and I did a little bit of that in on the West Coast. I'd made sure to film a lot of things and interesting things that I wanted to share with this channel, but also, I think it is important for everyone to sometimes turn the camera off, sometimes try to enjoy the things around you without having to document everything. So we did, you know, me and Jen did some things that weren't necessarily documented on this channel, and I think it's important that I do that sometimes, just to keep in touch with the people around me, and just for my own sanity, of course. I'm still you know, I'm still uploading regularly. I'm still uploading very consistently, but I did make somewhat of a decision that trying to film every day and travel every day does not leave a whole lot of time for me to have a lot of personal time or personal life. So I'm going to continue uploading very regularly. The idea right now is, I think, every other day, and then if I go on like a major road trip, I will film every day. If I'm doing a trip where I'm, you know, like trying to show my progress through the days, then I will go back to filming every day during that period of time. But in the meantime, I will, you know, videotape individual attractions or vlog events and things like that, and upload them at a rate of about every other day. I think that's a more manageable pace than trying to absolutely grind myself into the ground with a total regard for my own mental and physical health. And I did want to mention some, I guess, roadside news. A couple attractions that have been featured on this channel are gone, are annihilated off the face of the earth. The Georgia Guidestones, which is a very early video on this channel of the Georgia Guidestones, these mysterious monoliths with strange writings on them. In some ways, I felt like it was a kind of a someone's idea of how the world should be run in an apocalypse, but had some very strange ideas on it. And a lot of people, you know, this is the sort of thing that's just built to fuel conspiracy theories. I know they've had some damage done to the Georgia Guidestones. Of course, no one knows the true meaning of the Guidestones. No one knew the real identity of the person that had them erected, but they're now gone because apparently someone planted an explosive device and blew up one of the stones. Pillars was blown out, and then it looked like they actually came in and bulldozed the whole thing. I guess the assumption would be that the entire thing was probably not safe or stable with one of the stones completely blown out. So I guess it was necessary they had to come in and knock it down. And now I know a lot of people did not like the Guidestones. They didn't like the things it said. But I don't know, I have to be a little sad that a little piece, a little slice of mystery that we had in this world is now gone. And I can, you know, we can't visit it, we can't theorize about it. Definitely don't agree with vandalizing anything that's not yours. I don't think you have the right to blow something up, to blow a rock up because you don't like what the rock has to say. And in some possibly even sadder news, the El Rancho Hotel / motel in Gallup, New Mexico burned to the ground. I don't know the cause of the fire, but the pictures I saw, absolutely devastating. It's gone. It is burned to the ground. And I visited there just a couple months ago when I did my Route 66 road trip, and yeah, El Rancho is a very special place. It was like kind of a haven for movie stars back in the day, and it was just a time capsule, a slice of life that unfortunately we could never get back now. It is stopped there a couple times on the Route 66, and it's like making me sad now thinking that like where I walked, where I was is gone, and that people can no longer go there and kind of enjoy what was a absolute institution on Route 66. Here's a part I kind of wanted you guys to help me with, and that is the future. I've done quite a bit of traveling. You know, the past 7 years on this channel, I have traveled all over the 48 continental, contiguous United States, however you want to put it. I have been all over. I do want to get to Alaska and Hawaii. Those are kind of expensive. I'm trying to figure out a smart way to do that. But I want suggestions. I want as many suggestions as I can get on things to see in this great country of ours. I really kind of want to sit back and take a fresh look at the United States and look at places I can go, things I can film. So yeah, let loose, release the Kraken in the comment section. Let me know where you want to see me visit, you know, what we film on this channel, roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and really anything that's fun, random, quirky, unusual. I'm willing to check out anything. If there's things you want me to revisit that I've been on the channel, I'm up for, you know, things that you want to suggest that I maybe give a second look to. I'm also willing to do that. Of course, like I go back and watch some of the early videos on this channel, and I have no idea how I've been able to build the channel as far as I did, because I feel like my videos early on were so terrible, so poorly filled, so poorly edited, and I'm almost embarrassed to see them. But I'm not too embarrassed. You know, it's part of the growing process on this channel. But yeah, sometimes I don't feel bad revisiting stuff just so I can do a better video than I did last time, because man, there was a period of time where I don't know, I was still learning. I was still learning how to put together a video. Of course, I do want to do some big road trips, much like the Lincoln Highway road trip, where I film my day-to-day traveling on the road. I want to do more of that. You guys I asked for some suggestions, and you guys gave me some suggestions. So I'm looking at things like maybe Highway 1 from Maine to Key West, or on the other side of the country you have the Pacific Coast Highway going all up and down the West Coast. There's the Great Mississippi River Road, so you can travel maybe up and down the Mississippi. A lot of different ideas of road trips that I could take, that I could document as one big trip, because I really do like doing that, taking you guys with me on the day-to-day and having you guys suggest things. Of course, I do want to bring back at some point, I'm just looking for the right time, I do want to bring back the Choose My Adventure road trip, where I let you guys pick which city I travel to. Of course, you know, it is summer, and it may seem a little early, but of course, got haunt season coming up. Got some special, I've already been in some talks with some really amazing haunts that I'm going to be doing this Halloween season. I'm very excited to show you guys some very cool haunts this year. I know not everyone likes the haunts. I know not everyone likes to listen to me be frightened and scream, but I know some of you do like it. So, you know, I'll try to do a little bit of balance on maybe some non-haunt content as well in the month of October, for those of you who don't necessarily like the haunted houses. Also, state fairs. I'm going to try to hit some state fairs this year. Of course, my goal, hit all the state fairs in every state. I went, did the research, wrote down when each state fair was. Not going to hit all of them this year, but I want to add a few, check a few off my list. A few good ones that I've got my eye on. You know, always up for suggestions too. Other events, fairs. You know, doesn't necessarily have to be a state fair, as long as it is something that is worth checking out, worth visiting. Always looking for you know, dark rides, traveling dark rides at fairs and other, just, you know, state fairs have various fun activities. So I like to see, you know, things that are unique to each fair. So yeah, again, fill up the comment section with those suggestions. So I do want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me, for watching these videos, for those of you that contribute on Patreon, for those of you that have bought pins. It means the world to me, and it allows me to keep on the road and keep doing this job. Like I said, I love this job. Sometimes being on the road can be lonesome. It can make me weary, but it's absolutely remarkable, the amount of support that I've been able to garner over the years, and that means the world to me. Special thanks to those that help on Patreon, that buy pins. There may be some more pins coming soon. Just keep an eye out. And but most of all, it just those that will sit down and watch the videos and enjoy them means the world to me. As long as you guys are still out there enjoying these videos, I will keep making them. As long as I'm physically able to do so. As long as my mental health and my physical health hold up and you guys are still watching them, I will still be making them. And got some ideas of my own. Looking forward to seeing you guys' ideas. But until next time, this one's in the bag.